Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for Game 2 between the Cleveland Indians and the Oakland A's. This is your sports time machine, and I'm here to bring you Game 2 of this series. Game 1 was earlier this evening. Please catch that. It is on the channel, and Game 2 is live right now. I'm going to set up my running scoreboard so we have it for this evening. Hopefully I can do it correctly. I'm still trying to iron out the scoreboard kinks and how I want to do this, but hopefully we can enjoy it. You guys can kind of have at least something going on tonight so you can pay attention to. We'll go ahead and put it right there. Again, it's going to be the question is how I'm going to do this. So on the mound for the Oakland Athletics will be Steve McCaty, and on the mound for the Cleveland Indians, a guy named Len Barker. In 1980, he did pitch one of Major League Baseball's only perfect games against the Toronto Blue Jays that season. Not sure what day in history that was, but Mr. Barker is on the mound for Cleveland tonight, they're a very good offensive team so far in the Strat world. So this should be an interesting contest between the Indians and A's in Game 2 of this series. Let's go over our lineups, and we'll get started here at the ballpark here in Oakland from the Bay. The starting lineups will be Orta. He's in right field. Kuiper at second. Hargrove at first. Hara at third. Hasse behind the plate. Andres Morez in left field. Gary Alexander is your DH. Dell Alston's in center, and Tom Verizer's at short. What I've noticed on this team is they have two really big injuries. Miguel Delaney has been out, so he's on the DL, and Rick Manning's on the DL. So Cleveland's defense is really bad. They can be very susceptible to hits. So notice that. And Joe Charbonneau is on the bench. He played in Game 1 of this series, but he is resting in Game 2. On the mound, Steve McCatty. He's 3-0, a 2.31 ERA. But notice he is going to be a +6 for doing the hold today. So keep that in mind in stolen bases. He's given up 27 hits in 35 innings, 13 walks, 13 strikeouts, 1-to-1 ratio. Not good. But he's only given up one ding-dong, one home run. Here's your Oakland A's lineup for you tonight. Basically, they're a good lineup. Henderson, Murphy, Page, Reverend, Gross, Armas, Heath is catching, Guerrero, and Piccolo. Let's play baseball. Oakland A's baseball, that is. So with the first game of the series out of the way, the A's are now 17-8, and the Indians are 13-8. Again, they're playing really well in the American League East. So let's go ahead and I'll get myself in chat right now too, so I can be able to watch this game with my loyal audience here, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a great game of baseball. Doug Hunt, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Yes, very sad to hear about the Say Hey kid, Willie Mays. So here we go. Let's go ahead and set this up the way we can. So leadoff hitter will be George Orta. He'll be leading off there, and he'll be going against Steve McCaty. First pitch of the ball game underway from Oakland. So here we go. Orta leads off. He's hitting .321, 1 home run and 8 ribbies. First pitch from McCaty's underway. 2-11 is a ground ball to first, picked up by Reverend, takes it to the bag himself, and there's the first out of the game. Again, I know Oakland committed a lot of mistakes in the first game of the series. Go back and watch videos. They played well, but unfortunately, they cannot be making the same mistakes they usually make. I think they had like 3 errors in Game 1. They gave up a lot of stupid hits. I'm not going to want to give away too much information, but here's the second baseman, Dwayne Kuiper, probably one of the finest announcers in baseball. He's hitting .226, no home runs, 8 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Dwayne. Let's see, that is going to be a 6-4 from McCatty. That's a single, 1-14. That's an 8. Base hit for Dwayne Kuiper. First base of the ball game for the Indians. Now we take a look at Kuiper and see if he can run. Can he run will be the question. So now here's Mike Hargrove. He's not worth the run. So Kuiper will not be held. And now here is Mike Hargrove. Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay. He's hitting 372. No home runs, 14 runs batted in. Heath puts down the target. McCatty from the stretch in the pitch. That's a 2 on the 20, so that won't be good. 6-5 for McCatty. Nope, definitely not. Thank goodness he got a break. Deep fly ball, right field, but Armas is back at the track, makes the catch. It was a 1-9 home run. That is a 20, so a catch made. So Armas was right there. Ball had travel on it, but it went too high on the splits. So there's 2 outs. And now here is Toby Hara. Hara hitting 244, 5 home runs, 17 runs batted in. So Hara kind of struggling with the average. Runner on first and 2 outs. Heath behind the plate. McCatty from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a 4-8. 4-8 from McCatty's a walk. And the Indians got 2 on and 2 out. So a walk to Toby Hara. Hara's known to do that. He always gets to seem to be a lot of walks when he plays. And now here's the catcher, Ron Hasse. Hasse hitting 383. 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Yep, this Indian team has been knocking the baseball lately. 2 on, 2 out. Heath behind the plate. McCatty puts down the sign. McCatty gets ready from the stretch. The Ron Hasse is a foul ball. You know what, folks? The light green uniform for the Indians are kind of annoying for me. But let's see if I have another green dye, because I kind of want them to go. Give me one moment, please. Sorry about this. Give me 1 second. And give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have to answer a question. I never tell people what I'm doing, so when I start to stream, of course, I usually get the questions. Hey, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm streaming. So hang on 1 second, folks. Hope I'm not probably in the way of the camera. Always in my way. So hang on 1 second. So give me a second so I can go ahead and get involved here. So give me 1 second. Sorry. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry, folks. Give me a second here. All right. So we'll go back to the game. Thank you, folks. Again, I appreciate you all coming in and being a part of this. Oops. And I did not mean to. When I said that, I didn't mean to capitalize all that. So here's Hasse, first and second, 2 outs. And again, I want to find another green dye. I have to dig through it, I guess. Here is the pitch. I think that's blue. Yeah, it's blue. We'd want to go blue. Here's the pitch. That looks a little better. Ooh, 6-4 for McCatty. Again, it's a single 1-14. It's a 6, a base hit for Ron Hasse, and the bases are loaded. So the Cleveland Indians are getting ballpark singles today like the A's do. They have now loaded the bases, and it comes up for Andres Mora, who's absolutely clueless in this game. He has to use, unfortunately, an index card because I don't have Andres Mora carded, but he's going to be played with here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He only hit 111 on the year with 18 at-bats, but he got the start in this one. Let's see it. It's an out if it's a 1, 2, or 3 because Mora has absolutely nothing on his card. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's a 5, so he gets a chance. 5-8, line drive to the shortstop to Guerrero to end the inning. The Indians leave the bases loaded. That's going to come back and hurt them. 1/2 inning of play, no score here in Oakland. So a very auspicious inning for the Indians. So I'm going to try to do this time and see. So put a 0 on the scoreboard there. Bottom the first. Just a small rain delay. Yep, I know. Thank you, Doug. Always appreciate you coming in. Here is Hendu. Ricky Henderson. I guess Dave Henderson was more of the Hendu, but still Ricky can do. On the mound, Len Barker. We said he had pitched a perfect game in 1980. Barker on the season, 4-1, 2.41 ERA. Boys, he had a good year so far. 35 hits in 41 innings. So, and here we go. Henderson leads off. He's hitting 286, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. He's getting thrown out a couple times. Oh, Glenn Barker's a +9. Holy cow on the hold. So keep that in mind. +9 on the hold. Just notice that. So Henderson the bat, and Ricky is salivating. 4-7, and that's a strikeout looking. Ricky was waiting for the walk, and he ended up getting rung up, 1 away. Well, sometimes that happens. You'll want to get on so badly, and you don't hit, and you end up not doing anything. So now here's Dwayne Murphy. He has a 10-game hitting streak, according to my statistics. He's hitting .358, no home runs, and 6 RBIs. He gets on base. He can run. Barker from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-5, and he struck out, this time on his card. So Murphy down on strikes 1. Hopefully people can see the light green uniform for the Athletics tonight. Kind of lost my other green one. I have to find it. Here's Mitchell Page. Page is hitting .302, 4 home runs, and 13 runs batted in. Here's the pitch from Barker, and that's going to be a 2-2. And he hit by pitch. So Page gets on the hard way. Page on the season, only 348 at-bats. Yikes. That could be a very interesting injury for Mitchell Page. So Page will, let's see. I want to do game-only injury, so we'll go ahead and use the basic chart, but I have to set it for the super max only. So Page is a 14, so Page is going to come out on a hit by pitch. So Mitchell Page is the DH tonight, so he'll get hit by a pitch, and he'll come out for the rest of the game. So Page is going to be replaced by, let's see, who is the Indians? Who can be a kind of a cheesy pinch runner who can stay in the game and hit the ball a little bit? You know what? Who's been playing great and one of my best hitters? Jeff Newman. So Jeff Newman will go ahead and be the new pinch runner, and he'll take over for Mitchell Page in the designated hitter department. Just make sure I have him all set up to come in the game. So Page on the injury already. So Newman will come in and pinch run. Kind of get that stuff going here. So let's go to the bottom. Let's go ahead and replace Newman here. So Newman will go ahead and pinch run for Mitchell Page. That's kind of a tough little injury. So, but then again, he only had 400 some at bats, so he kind of gets susceptible to him. Here's Revering, one of my hottest A's. He has 7 home runs, 14 RBIs, hitting .296. Hassey puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from Barker now. That's going to be a 4. That's going to be a 4-8 on Barker, and it says it's going to be a triple 1-2. It's an 18, so that's a base hit. So Revering hits one to right field. Newman, not speedy, will go to third. So a big, long single. And Jeff Newman is at third with 2 outs. So nice job for Dave Revering. And now here's Wayne Gross hitting .438, probably the hottest hitting Athletic. 3 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, and 14 runs batted in. First and third, 2 outs. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch in the pitch. That's going to be a 6-4, and that's a ground ball to third. That's Hara. He's a 3. That's a 17 on the throw, so he'll make it. Let's see if there's going to be an error on the play. It's a 7. There's no errors on 7. Makes the play, and the A's are done. So Hara makes the wrong throw across the diamond and retires the side. So he'll go to second. He'll stay at third, and that is played by Hara. So both teams with long first innings, but nothing to show for it. Let's go ahead and straighten that out and give Oakland a 0 on the scoreboard. Top of the second coming up here in Oakland. It will be Gary Alexander, Dell Alston, and Tom Vriser. The bat for the Indians in the second, this time against Steve McCatty, the A's starter. Second inning here in Oakland, just getting started, no score. Here is Gary Alexander. Alexander on the year hitting 263. No home runs and 3 runs batted in. Greg Scarborough, how you doing? Welcome in. So top 2, Alexander to swing. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-7. That's ground ball down the first. Revering will get it. He will go ahead and tell McCatty's got it himself. 1 away. That was where Gary Alexander wanted it. He has a lot of stuff there, actually, and he missed it. Here's Dale Austin. I just realized I had a card of him. He played with an index card the first game. I thought he was uncarded until I found the card, actually. So Austin gets the start. 1 out here in the second. McCatty from the windup. Here's the pitch. That didn't roll correctly. 6-11. Oh, another ballpark single attempt. It's a 4. Dale Austin gets a base hit. The A's are usually the team that gets a lot of ballpark singles here in Oakland, and Cleveland gets another one. So now here's the shortstop, Tom Verizon. Runner on first, 1 out. The Tribe got a runner on. Austin not speedy, so he won't take advantage of the speed. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-7 for Verizon. That's a ground ball to short. Guerrero to Piccolo to Revering in a double play to end the inning. 6-4-3. Inning is over as that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no one left after the double play. It is no score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. So Steve McCatty gets himself a nice double play ball. We'll now go in the second inning, bottom 2. And now it will again, Len Barker, the right-hander, comes out for the Tribe. Bottom 2 from the Alameda County Coliseum here. A 3-game series with the Cleveland Indians after the A's got finished with their great 4-game series with the Tigers, winning the 4th one in extras. Go watch that one. That was one of the better games. Here is Tony Armas. Armas on 100 at-bats, only hitting 225. He definitely needs to get his bat going. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker with the pitch. That's going to be a 2 and an 8, and that's a base hit to left field. So Armas finds a base hit to left. So Armas gets on. Not sure what he has for speed. We'll have to look. He does have the high plus on Barker. Armas, he could. He doesn't get picked. So let's give him a run and see. He will get the lead on a 4 and 5. And nope, does not get the sneaky steal. So Armas goes back where he goes. So now here's Mike Heath. Runner on first and nobody out. He forces a couple throws over, kind of wastes Barker's motion, kind of keeps his mind on it. Heath now puts down the sign. Remember, now we do that, we'll make it interesting. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker pitches. 5-3 to a righty. 5-ball right field. The Indians cannot field for squat. Who is the outfielder? It's Orta. 3-7. That's not bad. 14 out of 3. They had a 4-21 in right field in the first game. But it looks like this game they have a little better out there. 14 out of 3 is an F2. So that will make the catch. The E7 in the outfield is an 8. There's no 8s out there. That is a catch from Orta. And that gets the man out. So they have a better outfielder in right field this time. And it doesn't cost them. So this time the Indians make a couple right moves there. Their left fielder, Mora's a 4-7. And Dale Austin sitting out there on a 4-21. Yeah, this Indian team playing well so far. But this defense is going to be murdersome at some point. Here's a shortstop, Mario Guerrero. He's hitting 267. No home runs and 9 runs batted in. Kind of had a good game in the first game in this series. Runner on first, 1 out. Guerrero right-handed hitting shortstop. Barker looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That's going to be all 6s for Guerrero. Ground ball to first. That's Hargrove, 2-10. Oh, he's not going to turn a double play on it because that's a 9. 9 on a 2 will probably not be a double play ball. It's a G2, so he'll get the fielder's choice. Is there going to be an error on it? And it's a 12 on a 10. We're going to have to do a replay review on that one because I'm not sure. 12 on a 10 is not an error. 11 would have been. So he gets the fielder's choice on a 3-6. Nice play by Hargrove and gets the lead runner. So the fielder's choice goes 3-6. So good job there by Hargrove. He's getting to it, gets the second out. And now here's Rob Peachlow. He's been sitting a little bit. Dave McKay's gotten the last couple starts at second. Peachlow hitting 220, 1 home run, but has 13 runs batted in. Runner on first and 2 outs. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch in the pitch. That is a 1-5. Struck Peachlow out and retires the side. Barker with a big strikeout. And folks, that ends the second inning. It is no score through 2. So top 3, Cleveland now will come up. McCatty comes back in. Boy, his A staff has really looked good pitching. That's why I wanted to do this, just to see how I would have to use their bullpen. And the first start was, wow, Mike Norris pitched a 10-inning game the other night. 10 innings. And he's done that before. And he didn't even get the win. He lost. The A's won it in extra innings. But Norris pitched 10 great innings, but got a no decision out of it. That's how Billy Martin-esque I was trying to make this team. So McCatty back on the mound, back to the leadoff spot for George Orta. Orta, the ball game has grounded out. Heath puts down the target. McCatty from the windup. That's a 20 on the split. That's not going to be good. 1-9. That's a long single. The 20 does not help you. So Orta with a single. That's base hit number 4 for the Tribe. And with Orta leading off, does he have some speed against McCatty? He can get it. Gets picked on in 11. So let's go ahead and run again and see if the Indians can get it. 6 and a 7. It's a 7. He gets it. So now let's figure this out. +6, -2, -2. So they'll get the +2 on Orta. So Orta will run on a 15 or less. He's out on the 20. Holy cow. He throws down to Peachlow and he lays the tag on him and gets them out of there. Caught stealing 2-4. Now that's something the A's been running into, getting a lot of caught stealings, but George Orta gets chucked that time. So now we go to Dwayne Kuiper, singled his first time up, so the Indians get a race off the base pass. 1 out in the third inning still, no score. Left-handed hitting Kuiper. And here's the pitch. 2-9, ground ball to second. Peachlow's got it, makes the play, and that's 2 outs in the third inning. So again, nice play there, and Kuiper is retired. Here is the first baseman, Mike Hargrove. So Hargrove the batter, Hargrove in the ball game, flied out his first time up. So 2 outs, top 3, no score. He puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from McCatty. That's going to be a 4-5 to a lefty. And let's see what the call is going to be. That's going to be a popped up to first. Revering comes in under it, and he comes over, makes the catch at the first base box. So nice play by Dave Revering, and that is the third inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Indians. Let's go to the bottom of the third. It is no score here in the Bay. So Orta retired. He's mingling with my Oakland Athletics. So now for the A's, it'll be Ricky Henderson lead off against Len Barker in the bottom of the third inning. Let's go ahead and put another 0 on the scoreboard for the Tribe. Bottom of the third inning here, as we paid a lot of money for our scoreboard here. Bottom of the third, A's will come up. Henderson will swing against Len Barker. Ricky struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch from Barker. Foul ball. Fouls it off. Had a chance. Barker in the pitch. Here it is. That's a 2-3 ground ball to second. Good play by Kuiper. Throws them out, and Ricky is 0 for 2. Again, they want to get on base and run on that +9, but Len Barker's keeping the A's off the bases. Here's Dwayne Murphy. He struck out his last time up. Murphy on, I believe, a 10-game hitting streak. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker at the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 3. That's a 10. Oh, ground ball down the first. Hargrove's got it. Murphy goes speed. Barker comes over and gets it to him in time. 3-1. That's 2 away. So 2 away for the Oakland Athletics. And now here is Jeff Newman, his first at bat. He came in the game after Mitchell Page got hit by the pitch. Newman hitting .284, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs, one of the A's hot hitters. So here's the pitch. That will be a 5-9 on Barker, ground ball to short. Verizer's a 3E23. That is an 18. That's an easy play. And that's going to be an 11. Ooh, we're going to have to check that out. 11 on a 23 shortstop, and that's not an error. And Verizon throws them out, and the A's go down 1, 2, 3. We played 3 here in Oakland. No score. Another 0 on the scoreboard for the Athletics, folks. We go to the 4th inning. So far, Cleveland 0-4-0, Oakland 0-2-0. As Steve McCatty comes out and works his 4th inning, as here come the Oakland Athletics. And it's going to be Toby Hara. Hara the bat. He'll be followed by Hassey and Mora, the bat for the Indians here in the top of the 4th inning. So now the swing, yeah, it was a tough one, but you know what? I'm trying to give them more usage in these games and let the substitutes play too. So here is Hara. 3-11 is a ballpark single, 1-11, and that's 16. This time Guerrero stretches out and makes a nice catch. Holy cow, nice play there. So Guerrero went out and got it, 1 away. So Hara retired. Now here's Hassey. Hassey singled his last time up. The Indians so far have 4 hits in this ball game. He puts down the sign. McCatty with the windup and the pitch. 3-7 is a fly ball in the center field. Murphy will camp in under it. He'll come in, make the catch, and there's 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning from the Bay. And now brings up Andres Mora. So Andres Mora will come in again using the index card. I got the card in front of me here. Top of the 4th in, 2 outs. Again, Mora, absolutely nothing on his card. McCatty looking in from the windup, and it's on. That's an out. 1-4, fly ball right field. Armas is there, makes the catch, and the Indians are done in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th coming up here in Oakland. No score. So a pitcher's duel between Len Barker and Steve McCatty. So another 0 on the scoreboard as the scoreboard operator is getting used to putting zeros on the scoreboard. Bottom of the 4th here. Now for Oakland, it will be Reverend Gross and Armas, the kind of lineup that has been producing for the Athletics. And Len Barker comes out, works his 4th inning. Barker is a solid 7 as a starter, so both these starters do have some length in them if needed. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker with the pitch. That's a 2-8, and that's a single for Reverend. He's 2 for 2. Revering's back continues to stay hot for this Athletic team. So Revering is on. And now here's Wayne Gross. So Gross the bat. Oh my goodness. Gross has had some 3 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 14 ribbies, 429 on the average. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-11 is a single 1-14. No, that's an 18. Dwayne Kuiper was right there. Oh, that is a Bobby Richardson special. Like Willie McCovey hit it in the 1962 World Series. Gross hit an absolute bullet. But unfortunately, Kuiper hadn't played. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that will hurt. And now here's Armas. Armas singled his first time up. Runner on first and 1 out. Still no score here at the Coliseum. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch now. And that's going to be a 2-7. And that is a ground ball to short. Verizer's got it. Goes the Kuiper to Hargrove. Double play. And that will do it for the Athletics in the 4th inning. Armas grounds into a double play. We go to the top of the 5th. It is still no score. So another 0 on the scoreboard, folks. We'll put another 0 on there. Another 0. It is now top of the 5th with no score. 0-4-0 for Cleveland. 0-3-0 for the Athletics. McCatty comes out and works his 5th inning of work. ERA now at 2.08. And again, these A's pitchers have looked good. They haven't played anyone super yet. The Tigers were probably their best team. And now is a nip and tuck series. So here is Gary Alexander. He grounded out his first time up. He will be followed by Alston and Verizon. He puts down the sign. McCatty, the windup and the pitch. 3-10, struck him out. Alexander's down on strikes. McCatty gets it there. That's his first strikeout of the game for Steve McCatty. So McCatty with a big K, and now it will be Dale Alston's turn. Singled his last time up. So Alston now he's now 2 for 5 on the season. He only had 5 at-bats. He only had 54 on the regular season. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty with the windup and the pitch. That's a 2-12. Oh, goodness. Never seen one of those in a while. Deep fly ball, left field. Back goes Henderson, back goes Murphy. They both jump. It does not get it. Bounces away from him. So Alston around first. He's going to go to second. He's going to try for third. It does. So an automatic triple for Dale Alston. Holy cow, right there. 2-12, folks. Right there. A triple in front of your eyes. Don't see that a lot. So Alston with the triple. So now it's going to be Tom Verizon. The Indians will play the infield in here in the 5th inning. The way Len Barker is pitching, you want to make sure you can cut off all the runs that's possible. So runner on third and 1 out. Verizon to swing. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. Alston getting a lead off third. Here's the pitch. 4-11, struck him out. That's a big second out. McCatty did an absolute perfect pitch there. He needed that one. So that's a huge second out of the ball game. So now up, it will be George Orta. 1 for 2 in the ball game. A dangerous little hitter. Again, I was saying this during my last stream. Not a lot of people attended. Orta remembered for the 1985 World Series game, Don Deckinger moment. Runner on third, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Can the Indians get a run in? Orta in a clutch situation, which he does not perform well. He loses 1 hit in the clutch. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. That's going to be a 5-8. Struck him out. And Steve McCatty, pumps his arms. And boy, he's given a nice pat on the back by Mike Heath. He gets the back-to-back strikeouts, leaving Alston at third. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, still no score. So a big strikeout there, and Cleveland again gets the big goose egg on the scoreboard. So now the A's come up. And again, Len Barker, who's looked well, he hasn't given up anything really super hard in this game. And he'll pitch to Heath, Guerrero, and Picholo. So Heath, Guerrero, and Picholo. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker and the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-7. And that's a single 1-3. That's an 8. That will be denied. Little soft liner to Tom Verizon, who was right there for the first out. So little looper liner to the shortstop. Heath is retired, 1 away. And now the pitch will come to Mario Guerrero. Guerrero hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. 1 away here in the 5th. Guerrero, right-handed hitter. Barker looks in, gets the sign and the pitch. That's going to be a 3-10. That's where Guerrero wants to hit it, and he does. Base hit left field. Drops it in front of Andres Mora, and the Athletics got a runner on. So Guerrero is on. Does he have any speed to speak of? He gets picked on a 10. Again, +9, +9, +10, -2 is a +8. So he gets the 5. So he gets the lead. He gets it on an 18 or less, which would make sense. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's on a 10, and he gets picked. Oh, he got picked. Guerrero has been picked off first. Unbelievable luck for the Oakland Athletics. It's a pickoff. Barker stood away. Barker turned over and picked his ass off. 1-3. So a pickoff attempt, and Guerrero is gone. Son of a guy. Look at that, folks. Let's go ahead and put it back on the mat. Here you see it. Strat Matic, you can tell. 2-5 gets the lead. /10. There's your 10 on the scoreboard. That, folks, is a pickoff. So he is picked. So Guerrero could not get back. He was leaning. There is 2 outs here in the 5th inning for Rob Piccolo now. Boy, seen a lot of different things. Don't get to see one of those a lot. Bottom of the 5th. Hasse puts down the sign. Barker with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 5-7. Ground ball to second. That's Kuiper. He's at 2. That's a 12. That's a good play. Does he make the error, though? On a 14. Let's give it a check. 14 on a 4. 14 on a 4 passes. 17 would be the error. So nice play there and throws him out. For those who argue that the advanced fielding chart works, it doesn't. Because this gives you a best simile of what a good chart is for fielding and for playing and for it. The advanced chart, there's too many errors, and it does, to me, it doesn't play well. Top of the 6th, Kuiper will bat. So the A's are done in the 5th. No scores. You see the scoreboard. We played 5. We're halfway through here in Oakland. So far, it's Cleveland. So far, no runs on 5 hits. The Athletics, no runs on 4 hits. McCatty comes out, works the top of the 6th inning. And again, it'll be Kuiper, Hargrove, and Hara, the bat for the Tribe in the top of the 6th inning. So now, top of the 6th, A's trying to see if they can squeak one by here. See if they can win this series. He puts down the sign. McCatty in the pitch. 3-5, fly ball left field. Henderson there, makes the catch, and there's one away. Henderson is retired, one away. Nice fly out there. Ricky puts it away with the snap catch, one away. So Kuiper is retired. Here's the first baseman, Mike Hargrove. Hargrove 0 for 2. Hargrove has flied out and popped up. We can go ahead and have a drink. We can talk about something as Mike Hargrove gets in the plate as he gets ready to hit. As we wait and wait and wait, Keith puts down the sign. McCatty is ready, and here's the pitch to Hargrove. And that is going to be a 4-7, and that's going to be a single 1-8. Gets to 7. Again, the Indians with low chance hits. That's a base hit. So a big single for Mike Hargrove. So Hargrove is on with 1 out. And now here's Hara, base hit number 6 for the Indians. So now with Hara due up, Hara in the ballgame is 0 for 1 with a walk. Heath puts on the sign. McCatty from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And a 1 on a split's not going to be good. 2-8 for Hara. Good thing he didn't need it. Fly ball center field. That's Murphy. Comes in, puts the glove up, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. That's one time you're happy not to get a split chance because the 1 would have gave it to you. So now here is Ron Hasse. If you were not there for the Tiger series, oh, that was one of those amazing games. Jason Thompson hits the foul ball on a home run. I call a foul ball when you hit a 5% chance home run. And then Lance Parrish hits an extra inning home run in the top of the 13th inning to put the Tigers ahead. That goes, again, basically off the foul pole. He had a 1-4 chance and rolled a 3. But watch the game because the A's came back and won it in the bottom of the inning. So top of the 6th, 2 outs. Cleveland will hit. Hasse will swing. Runner on first and 2 outs. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. And it's going to be a 3-5. That's a fly ball left field. Henderson is there. Puts away the catch. And the side is retired. So McCatty again getting the job done. We go to the bottom of the 6th. No score here in Oakland. So bottom of 6 innings. We'll update the scoreboard. Bottom 6th. Hasse retired. And I'm going to go ahead and probably look at the video for a second to make sure we're still how we're looking at the scoreboard. So bottom of 6 is Oakland. Again, that will be Len Barker. Again, he's a 7, so he's in no danger, and there's no bullpen up for the Cleveland Indians so far. And the A's will set up the top of the order for Ricky Henderson. He's 0 for 2 so far as we play the 7th inning. Sorry about that. I wish I could do it differently so my hands are not always in the way. Scoreboard does look good. So bottom of the 6th, here's Oakland. Henderson followed by Murphy and Newman instead of Page. Hasse puts down the sign. Barker in the pitch. That's going to be a 1-9. Oh, dead roll for Ricky. Fly ball left field. Ricky throws the bat down. Andres Mora is there. Makes the catch. He He had a cement mixer slider, as David Cohn says, and he just missed it one away. And now here's Murphy. He's working on that hitting streak. He's 0 for 2 so far. And Ricky knew it too. He knew he had the pitch he wanted. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker, the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 5-5. Struck him out. Murphy got down on strike second time today. And for Barker, that's strikeout number 4. 2 outs in the 6th. So now here is Jeff Newman. Newman will swing. Always love to make that joke. Newman, so far in the ball game, is 0 for 1 since coming in and pinch running for Mitchell Page on the injury. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker with the windup and the pitch. That's a 3-5. Struck him out. There's nothing in that 3 column but a bunch of whiffs. And the A's go down 1, 2, 3. We have a scoreless tie. We go to the top of the 7th. Another 0 on the scoreboard, folks. Top of the 7th, no score. So that will mean you can start pinch hitting in my book. So let's see what Steve McCatty has problems with here. Who do the A's have that I can bring in for this Shimoli here? Let's see if the Indians have somebody. Again, Andres Mora is the left. You might as well bring the gun out if you're going to play somebody. So Joe Charbonneau, not much better. He's a 4.13 in left. So he'll come in. Again, he was the 1980 Rookie of the Year, Joe Charbonneau. So Joe Charbonneau. So Charbonneau will come in. He'll hit for Andres Mora. So again, Charbonneau's card, absolutely nothing on his card. So, but Charbonneau, yep, he had a pretty good one. So again, more 2-column guy with power, likes hitting lefties a lot better. But this is a situation the Indians need. Heath puts on the target. McCatty looks in. Here we go. Top of the 7th. 5-6 is a pop up to short. That's Guerrero. Calls off. Picholo makes the catch, and there's 1 away. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. So the pinch hitter for Joe Charbonneau does not go well. And now here's Gary Alexander. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout so far. Top 7, no score. Indians with 6 hits, the A's with 4. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty with the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 6-6. That is going to be a base hit. And that's going to be a long single for Gary Alexander. So Alexander with the long single. He's on at first and 1 man out for Dale Austin. He'll stay in this game because he's got stuff against righties, so he'll swing still. 2 for 2 in the ball game, a single and a triple. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's a 4. That's a 9. Popped it straight up. Revering is there, and he'll come in and make the catch in the second out. So that's a big out for McCatty. Gets him to pop up to the first baseman. And now for the Indians, it comes down to Tom Verizor with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Verizor hit 271 on the season, so not awful. He'll swing here. 2 outs, runner on first. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. 1-10, ground ball to second. Picholo's got it. Makes a nice play. Throws him out. The Revering retires aside. Get up and stretch, folks. Still no score here in Oakland. Runner will go to second. Retired 4-3. Bottom 7 coming up. Still no score. As Joe Charbonneau will go ahead and play left field for the Indians. Not much better defensively. He still stays as a 4. So bottom of the 7th coming up. 0-7-0 for Cleveland, 0-4-0 for the A's. And again, we'll put a 0 down on our scoreboard. Nothing exciting going on the scoreboard. Bottom 7. And now for the A's will be Revering, Gross, and Armas. Again, the meat part of this Oakland lineup that seems to has been performing well above normal. And now they're going to need it. This is Barker's inning of fatigue. Revering will be the batter. So Revering, so far in the ball game, I believe has 2 hits in this ball game. And he has 2 singles. So here we go. Are we ready for a big inning? Hassey puts down the sign. Barker in the pitch. 4, 8, and that it's a base hit for Revering, his third hit of the ball game. Again, he found Barker's 4 stuff, and that's a big base hit. So a big hit for Dave Revering. So now the question is do the A's have anyone on their bench who can run? Let's see. Mike Edwards, no, don't want you running. Klutz, Dave McKay, no, I don't got any super speed guys. So Revering's on at first, nobody out, and brings up Wayne Gross. Gross in the ball game 0 for 2. Again, one of the hot A's hitters. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out. And that's going to be a 5-4. That's a catch X. Oh, that could be interesting. Oh, it's a 16. 16 on a 3. So now this is how we do catch X. A little bit different than you would normally see it played. But then again, I kind of like to do things a little bit, like to change the concept sometimes. So 16 on a 3. Oh, no, he makes the play. So that's an out. 16 on a 3 is a foul out, so there's no pass ball or anything. He's an E4, and E4 shouldn't have any problems. That's 10, error 16, 17, and that's a foul out for Hassey. Gets it out of play. Nice play. He got over to the net and made the catch. So good catch there. And retires Wayne Gross. So wasted at bat for Wayne. And now here's Armas. He's 1 for 2. Not much scoring here, folks. No score, bottom of 7th inning. A's with 5 hits, Cleveland with 7. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-11. That's a ballpark single. 1-11. Yes, that's a base hit. Armas with a ballpark single. Revering goes to second. So 2 big runners on now. So Armas is on. Now here is Mike Heath. 2 on, 1 out. They've used most of their catchers. Essien would be left. So Heath, not much of a hitter against right-handed pitching here. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch and the pitch. 2-10. Struck him out. He strikes out. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Good golly, Miss Molly. 2 outs. Heath retired. And now Mario Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 2 with a single. Big opportunity for Mario here. Big time hit needed. Barker looks in, and they got 2 base runners on him so far. Another hit with fatigue Barker. Hassey puts down the sign. Barker from the stretch. And that is going to be a 6-8, and that's a single 1-3. No, it's a 13, and Verizon saves Barker from fatiguing and makes the play. And the A's will strand 2. We go to the 8th, no score. Steve McCatty is not going anywhere. McCatty is a 7, so he's actually in his point of fatigue as of the last inning. So we're in the 8th. And it will be Orta, followed by Kuiper and Hargrove. And now they're batting for their 4th time through the lineup. So Orta will swing. No score here in the 8th inning. Total pitchers duel from Oakland. Not surprising the way this ballpark plays out, just the way it is. Orta to swing. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty in the pitch. 3-4 to Orta. Ground ball down the first. Revering's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself and gets it for the first out. So Orta is retired, 1 away. So 1 out in the 8th. So Orta retired. Now here's Dwayne Kuiper. Dwayne Kuiper, the announcer for the Giants, along with Mike Krukow. 1 out in the 8th inning. Kuiper, a left-handed hitter. Keith puts down the sign. McCatty pitches. 4-11, fly ball left field. He hit it the other way. Ricky will come over to the line, makes the catch. There's 2 outs. And McCatty cruising through the 8th inning. So now here is the tough part. Mike Hargrove, strong hitter, good hitter. So now McCatty needs to get him out so he doesn't have to face Hara. He puts down the sign. McCatty looks in and the pitch. That's a 6-11. Ballpark single on the 14. That's a 3. Hargrove laces it to right field. 2 hits for Mike Hargrove. Kind of reminds me of Rod Carew. He just killed the A's so far in his series this year. Hargrove is on. He's not starred, but he doesn't get picked. So we're gonna give him a shot, I think. His first number would be a 15 if we roll a 4. It's a 9, so he doesn't get the lead. So then Toby Harrah will come up with 2 men out. Harrah against McCatty, top of the 8th, 2 outs. Heath puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch and the pitch. 3. That is a 3-9 single base hit, Harrah. Now what do? They was being held -1. -1 for Murphy. They're not going to send Hargrove the third on a 1-10 base hit. Let's see if that fatigued McCatty, though. First hit, that's first and second, 2 outs. So Harrah with the base hit. And now it's up to Hassey. Again, a situation where Billy Martin normally doesn't make a move here. And let's look at the Oakland bullpen and see what's left of it. So Jeff Jones finally available. Hamilton's ready. Lacey, who did not pitch last game, is. He is my lefty to go to in this situation with his innings. Top of the 8th, 2 outs. He then has Charbonneau, who will destroy a lefty, which I want to avoid. Lacey can come in, give me 1 pitch, and then probably put Jeff Jones out there and pitch the 9th if needed. Then it gets sketchy. So what do you do if you're an Oakland A's? I don't really want Hassey hitting on the strong part. Let's see what the Athletics want to do. They got a Ron Pruitt on the bench who can normally hit the ball too. And they got Big Cliff Johnson ready to swing against a lefty if needed. So that is a interesting dilemma. Mr. Scarborough, if you're there, would you pitch? Would you go ahead and leave McCatty in there like Billy Martin would against Hassey? Or do you go lefty-lefty with Bob Lacey? You seem to be the one that's interested in my A's games, at least has a real interest. So let's see what you might have to say. And oof. McCatty against lefties is a 3L. So the stronger part of McCatty's card is against the lefties. He gives up mostly BS hits. He doesn't have any actual hits on the card. He does on a 5-2, so it's a low chance. Everything else is low odds. So if that answers your question, if you can get him on McCatty's card, he's the better pitcher. Martin would keep him in. I guess Mr. Scarborough would too. So he'll keep him in there. You want him on McCatty's card. Heath puts down the sign, McCatty from the stretch and the pitch. It's on his card. 5-5 ground ball to short. That's Guerrero. He's a 327. That's an 8. He'll field it. No 11, please. Ooh, that's a 12. Oh, no. 12 is the error. I'm sorry. Shoot. 27 and boot. Guerrero does not field it and the bases are loaded. Another error for Mario Guerrero, and that has absolutely been the thing for this team. Another error on Guerrero. So he boots it. The bases are loaded with 2 outs, and now they have to deal with Joe Charbonneau. So here comes Joe. 0 for 1 in the ball game. You're not taking him out to pitch to a righty. You don't want that to happen. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. It doesn't go toward his fatigue, so McCatty is still good. And McCatty is worse against righties, including giving up a bomb on the right side. So now the question is, I think you leave McCatty out there and let him get through this. So he puts down the sign, McCatty from the stretch, Charbonneau to hit, and the pitch. 4-10, catch X. You don't want that. And that's a 5 on Heath. 5 on a 3. 5 on a 3 is a pass, ball, or pop. All right, so the error is a 4. Let's make sure there's no error first. Then I'm going to show you how I do this. That is, a 14 on a 4. No error. Okay, so now we look at Mike Heath's card on a pass ball. Mike Heath, pass ball rating is a 2, thankfully. Now I roll. If it's a 1 or 2, it's a pass ball. Indians take the lead. If not, it's a pop-up. It's a 7, and it's a pop-up. So Heath will make the catch, and the Indians will leave the bases loaded again. So the A's survive this one. Bottom of the 8th coming up, no score. If you do it the basic way or the advanced way, it's automatically a pass ball and a pop-up. I'm not playing that. There's a reason why these cards have pass ball ratings, and that's why I'm playing it. So bottom 8th, thank God, Aaron Judge's x-rays and CT scans are negative. Hallelujah. Bottom of the 8th, no score. Cleveland 0-9-0. Oakland 0-6-1. So Charbonneau comes out. And then Len Barker stays in. He goes into the bottom of the 8th inning. He almost got fatigued the last inning. And it's going to be Piccolo, Henderson, and Murphy. Henderson is due. So is Murphy. Bottom of the 8th inning. No score. McCatty, yes. Here's the pitch from Barker. Foul ball. Fouls it into my dice bowl. Let's re-swing the bat here. Here's the swing. And that is going to be a 1-7 for Piccolo. Fly ball center field. Austin is there as a 4 and makes the catch. He has not been challenged on the X card yet. 1 away. So Piccolo retired. Here's Ricky. Fans want Ricky to be Ricky now. Ricky in the ball game is 0 for 3. He's been really kind of playing super tight. He needs to get a big hit here. Hassey puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from Barker. 5-11. Fly ball left field. That's Charbonneau. 4E13. That's a 1. It gets past him. It's going to be a triple. It's going to be a triple. And then let's see. 6-11. 11 on a 13. Is it the inside the park home run for the second straight game? Holy cow. Let's see. E13 on 11, no error. So he does not make the play. It gets past him. Henderson will go all the way. Alston had it backed up. He gets it back in, but Ricky's in the 3rd. So a 1-out triple for Henderson. Wow. Again, he's a 4. 1 on a 4 is a triple 3. So now a runner on 3rd with 1 out. The A's with a chance to take the lead, and it's going to be Murphy, who's battling a 10-game hitting streak, hasn't had his hit yet. He can use one right here. Indians playing the infield in with 1 out. Hassey, again, what is he? He's a 3R. So Cleveland, let's look at Cleveland's bullpen. Let's see. Manji pitched the last game, and he kind of didn't do well. 2L. So did Cruz. Stanton, they don't have any lefties at all. Ochinko's a starter. So it's either Manji again, who I don't love the card, especially against lefties. He just walks too many guys. Newman is on deck. And you know what? Manji's the best bet here. So we're going to go to Manji here. He's going to make his 2nd straight appearance. They'll pull him. So here comes a new pitcher for Cleveland, Sid Manji, the lefty. So he comes in and will pitch against Dwayne Murphy. Murphy is still going to bat, though. So Barker is done. Manji is 1-1, 4 saves, 4.61 ERA, 9 hits over 14 innings. Runner on 3rd, 1 out. Murph the hit. Murph, so far, he is considered to be a 1R, so he's kind of balanced. Hassey puts down the sign. Manji from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 5-11. Ground ball down the 1st. That's Hargrove. He's a 2. That's a 17. That's going to not be a ground ball B, I don't think. It shouldn't get the runner at the plate. Let's make sure, though. 17 on a 2 is a G1. The runner is going to hold. Now, can Hargrove not make a mistake? That's a 10 on a 10. Pretty sure there's no error. 10 on a 10. There's not. 11, though, and that gets him. So Murphy retired. His 10-game hitting streak is probably going to be over. So ground ball, Henderson will stay at his base, and good play there by Hargrove. 2 outs in the 8th. So now it's up to Jeff Newman, who has a ton of power versus lefties. So we'll see if that will be a good choice. On deck is Revering, and they're going to give the 4 balls to Mr. Newman. So Newman will go to first intentionally, and Revering will now hit. And now that's where the A's, now Revering is now hitting 324 through 74 ABs, but his stuff against lefty is definitely strugglesome. Do you swing him around and bat someone else in this situation? So let's see who the A's. Problem is they're not going to have anybody else to play first unless Newman does, and that gets really sketchy. If they don't score, they're going to have to go to the 9th inning with someone even sketchier than Revering at first. So let's see. The ideal hitter would be Mickey Klutz. He really roughs lefties up enough to make it really fun. But, again, you're not going to have anybody else to play first. So either Essien comes in and catches, Newman plays first, or vice versa, or something like that. Well, Newman's the DH, so he can't. So that will probably have to be Essien. Revering's going to swing just to keep the defense where they're at. First and third, 2 outs. Nope, you have not missed anything but a great pitcher's duel. So if you like pitching matchups, it's a good one. Aye, D-Jester. Hassey puts down the sign. Manji from the stretch, left on left. Here's the pitch. 7 for Revering. Ground ball down the first. Hargrove takes it to the bag himself, and that, folks, is going to be over. So the inning is done. The A's strand a triple by Ricky, and that was it. So Henderson stays on his base. He does not score. We go to the 9th inning of a 0-0 tie. Of course, Steve McCatty is going to stay in there. McCatty will come in, pitch the 9th inning. And why not? He's been giving the innings anyway, so he might as well stay in there. Indians will set up Alexander, Austin, Verizer. Alexander is the DH on this team. So do the Indians have somebody else who can hit? Let's look at their team and see if there's someone else. Bo Diaz on the roster, only hitting 227. Dibzinski's at 230. Cliff Johnson, 230, 248 for Rosello, and Pruitt's a 300 hitter, but he hits better against lefties. So Gary Alexander will swing away against McCatty. Top of the 9th, no score. Here's the pitch from McCatty, 5-7, and that is a ground ball to second. That's Picholo. He's a 4. That's a 4. That's a base hit. Picholo will knock it down, and let's see if he made the error on top of it. So that is going to be a 14 on an 8. 14 on an 8 is a 16 on the error. So Alexander, a hard hit. Picholo knocks it down. It's an infield hit for Gary Alexander. So Alexander is on. He gets the auto lead, but he only gets the first number 3. So they're going to go ahead and they're not going to hold him. So now here is Dell Austin. Runner on first and nobody out. That was the 10th hit for the Indians. Keith puts down the sign. McCatty from the stretch. Here is the pitch. And that's again in that 2 column. 2-7. Up ground ball the second. Picholo goes to Guerrero, and that gets the good slide. Gary Alexander does not force the relay, and that is 1 out. So a nice fielder's choice there. Nice fielder's choice as Alexander broke up the slide. So Austin now down at first. Austin gets picked, and he will not go anywhere. I don't even want to hold him, and that's the case. Actually, he's starred. You're going to have to hold him. So he's being held. And here's Verizer now. Verizer runner on first and 1 out. McCatty from the stretch. Heath puts the sign down. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-7 on McCatty. Struck him out. Got him on the inside corner and looking. That is 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Can the A's go to extra innings and walk it off? And now it's George Orta. Orta in the ball game, 1 for 4, lefty hitter against McCatty. McCatty stronger against righties, against lefties. So this is a spot McCatty wants in. Heath puts on the sign. McCatty from the stretch in the pitch. 2-6. Single on a 1. That's an 18. Does not get the job done. Peachlaw with the play, and the Indians are done in the 9th. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Let's have a walk-off party. No score here in Oakland. So Sid Manji still out there. We'll see if he stays, though. The Indians don't have much of a bullpen left due to some fatigue issues. So now the question is going to be, well, Wayne Gross is one of my best hitters, but I'm going odds here, and this is what Billy would do. He does the platoons. Klutz will come in and hit for Gross. So Mickey Klutz will be the new hitter for Wayne Gross here. So thank you, Wayne Gross. Did a nice job. You're one of my best hitters, but I want Mickey Klutz in this team. So Klutz will swing. He's hitting 296, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in, and he'll hit against Manji here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now to the Indians. Now his card's not bad against righties. We'll stick him out. Hassey puts down the side. Manji with the windup. Oh, that's McCatty. Let's put Manji's card out so you see what we're rolling against. Here's the pitch. There is that 3 column for McCatty. Base hit. 312 on a lefty. All that fun stuff, including the home run down there. But he gets the single. So Mr. Klutz with a single. So nice job there. And he gets it. What kind of lead? Manji is a 0. The A's now will come up. Tony Armas, not much of a sack bunt guy. He is a C. They're not looking for the sack bunt. Oh, they are. They claim they are. I wouldn't. So he'd be a D. And he'll be back. He'll be his normal C. Armas against Manji. Now let's see. Do the Indians want to go somewhere else on this team? It would be the right-handed version of Mike Stanton, who's not good. So Armas will swing against Manji at this point. Hassey puts down the sign. Manji from the stretch. There it is, 1-8, and that ball is deep fly ball left field. That's trouble. Holy cow, Charbonneau is back, way back, walk-off, home run, Tony Armas, and the A's win the game 2-0. So Tony Armas walks it off 1-8 on the left-handed pitcher. Holy cow, let's look at that in instant replay. There is the 1-8 right there. Homer won the 17-18, and on is a triple. He wins the game regardless, but a roll on a 1 means he planted that one somewhere in the upper deck where Greg Charbonneau probably caught it. Holy cow, it's gone, and the A's will win this one in walk-off fashion 2-0. So the A's got a very important win. You don't want to lose games like that. And they get a walk-off party, like I said, against the Indians as Armas is mobbed at home plate. So the final score, A's 2, Indians nothing. The A's 2 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The Indians no runs, 10 hits and no error. Winning pitcher Steve McCatty goes 4-0. Goes 9 innings, scatters, as they say, 10 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. ERA now down to 1.84. Sid Manji takes the loss, 2/3 of inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned the bomb by Armas. And if I had a right-handed pitcher in there, I think it's gone anyway. 1-8 righty is solid, so it's automatic against a righty. So either way, Armas would have tattooed one way or the other. Big hits in this ball game. Hargrove had 2 hits, and so did Gary Alexander for the Athletics. Dave Revering was 3 for 4. Tony Armas 3 for 4. The big home run and 2 RBIs is our most valuable player. Well, folks, let's say goodbyes and see what's going on next time. The last game of this 3-game series versus the Cleveland Indians. They actually got by Denny and Barker so far. Their next start will be against the veteran right-hander, and that will be Rick Wise. That'll be Rick Wise taking on Brian Kingman. That'll be in the next start. Final score, Oakland 2 and Cleveland nothing. So thank you folks for coming. I appreciate it. We did not have a great bullpen. Thank you, Craig, for helping me as much as we can here. Tough situation for the A's. They win this. There it is. There's the 1-8 right there on the screen with the 1. And again, I showed you the 1-8 on the card for Mr. Tony Armas. Boom. Goodbye. Folks, got 2 likes and 4 people in the room. If you're here, please like. I would appreciate it. That would give me 4. That always gives me a couple extra people enjoying themselves as they're here. It means more people can follow the video and watch it themselves. Thank you, folks. Again, the first game of the series is also on the channel. Wise and Kingman is your finale. So we'll hopefully have that sometime tomorrow, I'm thinking, because I'm off on Thursday and Friday. So we'll hopefully get the rest of this games in. After that, going forward on the series, I believe they play. It's not as fun, I don't think. I don't think they play a exciting team on Friday. I believe they're home again. I'm just going to check the schedule real quick. The A's are actually away. They will go to. Oh no, they're off. See, that's one of the weird schedules. They're not either. They must have a rain out on Friday. They're only playing Saturday, Sunday. And those games will be against. Are they on the road for 2? Let's see. Where is that game? Again? Where did I see it? Let's see. They're not playing Detroit. They're not playing Cleveland's playing Toronto. They're playing the Blue Jays. So Jim Clancy will take on Friday's day game, Clancy and Rick Langford on Saturday. And on Sunday, it'll be Dave Matic and Mike Norris. Those are looks like the 2-game series. And I don't see a game on Monday, the 12th of May. And then the Oakland Athletics will go to Detroit. They'll play the Tigers again on a nice weekend series. So it means they'll probably be staying on the East Coast. We'll see where that lands them after that. So please come by. I appreciate everyone for being here. Wise and King, not Wise, sorry. It's Rick Waits, another good left-hander, takes on Brian Kingman, and that'll be the last game of a 3-game series. And then they'll have that quick 2-game series with the Toronto Blue Jays. So thanks, folks. Have a good rest of the night. Thank you for coming. The A's win on a walk-off by Tony Armas. So please have a good rest of your evening. This is a Sports Time Machine, and have a good rest of your evening. The A's win on a walk-off fashion, 2-0.